sunny Morocco to drive the all-new Range Rover. Now this is a really special car. It's the first all-aluminium SUV in the world, the first modern all-aluminium SUV. And the Range Rover has always been special because it combines two things. It combines, on the one hand, fantastic off-road ability, and on the other, a really luxurious ride, a really lovely cabin. So you're going to look at this car, we're going to see both the sides and see how much further the new car takes things. Anyone looking at the car can recognize this as a Range Rover. It's pretty instant. It's because of the clamshell bonnet, the square look of the car, the traditional grille. Of course, there are the new bits, new headlights, new squarer chin, more aggressive slightly. And if you look around the back, there's a lot of new styling details as well. Of course, you still have the floating roof, and anyone looking at the car can tell it's a Range Rover. But how advanced is it under the skin? Well, here's the executive brief. For a start, this all-aluminium SUV is lighter on average by 250 kilos compared to the model it replaces. The huge 21-inch wheels are suspended independently on 4 massive columns of air. The suspension can be raised in stages, and for off-road use there's a permanent 4-wheel drive system. A second-generation terrain response system adjusts things like throttle response, traction control and the differentials when you are off-road. Now the great thing about the new Range Rover is that the differentials are managed electronically. They are e-diffs, so there's a brain behind each of them and they control the locking and the unlocking of the axles just as you'd like. There's also a small mini snorkel or water wading aid sat inside the top of the bonnet. Known as the Queen Mary, it consists of a pair of inlet funnels that resemble those on the famous British ship. Sheer genius. And clever little bits like this keep popping up on the new Range Rover, which, without a shadow of doubt, is the most technically advanced 4-wheel drive luxury car in the world. But so much for the oily and greasy bits. What about luxury? What about pampering? On the new Range Rover, there's an abundance of that too. Swing a leg inside and you are greeted by a cabin even Rolls-Royce would be proud of. The oversized and sumptuous seats look and feel like they are draped in 7 layers of double-stitched leather. And you'd need Sherlock Holmes' magnifying glass to spot blemishes in the build quality. Apart from being a great off-road car, there's also something else the Range Rover has always been great at, and that's giving you a comfortable, plush ride. Now they've always had a tall suspension, they've always had a nice and soft compliance to the springs, and these air springs are really perfect for just wafting along. It's almost like you're sitting in your favorite luxury car. You just skip over the bumps, it's very easy, relaxed, there's not much noise, and it's really comfortable. Also packed in is the most mind-numbing 29-speaker 1700-watt Meridian sound system you can imagine. The version we're driving here is the supercharged V8. It has a tremendous amount of power, fantastic response because of the supercharger, instant, and the light body really doesn't make this feel like a big heavy SUV. And get this, it does a 0 to 100 in 5.1 seconds. Which big SUV does that? Flick the gear selector from D to S or Sport and the suspension tightens up. The active anti-roll bars become even more active. The mass of the car is more in tune with your direction of travel, and it's genuinely surprising how hard you can corner this big car. Yes, you are aware of the mass of the cabin and there is a little bit of body roll from the rear, but this car is surprisingly fun to drive. Now as expected, this 4.4 litre diesel V8 is going to be the popular engine. It's a motor that they've been using for a few years. It's got a lot of torque, exactly what you want, and it's got a nice punchy mid-range, so you can really push through, use the 8-speed gearbox and get a lot of performance. It's also pretty efficient, and that's pretty important as well. All in all, a good engine for the Range Rover. It's also pretty refined. Idle is soft but a bit gravelly, and you can tell it's a diesel when you start it up. But spin the big diesel faster and refinement improves considerably. Above 2000 RPM, it feels as refined as a petrol car, and the initial punch is just as strong. The Range Rover has always been the SUV that does everything well. It's comfortable, it rides well, it performs well, it handles well. This new car has taken things to the next level. It's lighter, it's aluminum bodied, it's got 3 fantastic engines, it's got an 8-speed gearbox, the off-road system works beautifully, it's a charm to look at, it's beautifully built on the inside. Question is it really worth 2 crores? That's what Range Rover might be asking for the new car. Something to think about.